Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to show you how to fit this carbon kit to this Series 1 Rolls-Royce Cullinan. So the car's already fitted with SP Felgen 24-inch wheels, which are the right offset for the wide arches. And we're going to start on the rear spoilers and then move on to the rest of the car. Okay, so the first thing that we're doing is we're going to fit the splitter. So this does just slide on just to show you, but that's not the final position. So it just goes over that. So it would cover all of the matte black plastics that are on the car. And that was the idea. We wanted it to be sort of OEM plus, cover up, let's take that off, cover up all of these. Well, they're gloss on this car, but usually they are matte black here. First, I'm gonna take these 8mm bolts out here all the way across, and then I'll peel all of this tape that comes pre-applied, place it on here, screw them up with these, and I'll add a bit of adhesive on the ends. So with when doing these Cullinan kits, it's really important, and actually when doing a lot of the wide body kits, it's really important to have the car PPF'd, so that when you're sticking the wider arches on and things like the side skirts, the splitter, you protect the paint with some PPF, and if you ever change your mind, if you ever want to take the kit off or anything ever happens, it's always protected. So it's that peace of mind if anything ever changes, if you want to take the arches off and things like that. Yeah, we definitely need So I'm just applying a bit of a tiger seal here because the way that it fits, we need it to glue down on the sides. So when Matt is finished there, I will add some more here. Well, I can actually go behind him. So there we go. Okay, cool. Now Matt and I are ready. And we've put some tiger seal on the edges. There we go. Cool. That's it. Sorry. Cool. So now Matt and I we need the clamp. Yes, 2 small clamps. So just like any other of the splitters that we do, always make sure that it's flush with the back edge of the bumper. Both ends. And then we can just reuse the original holes whilst Matt is grabbing the clamps and put these 8mm in. 1, a clip. And then you'll see the CT carbon pressed in there in the middle. Yeah, so whilst the tiger seal dries, that's why Matt got the clamps. Whilst it dries, I'm just going to use small clamps to clamp it down. Oh, actually, Matt, need big ones here because of the gap. Oh no. Yeah. Well, this one's missing the rub. No, perfect. That's it. Now we need to clamp it here. Let's clamp it here. I clamped it here last time. We're also clamping in the middle just to hold everything in place whilst it all dries. There we go. That is the splitter all done. So next we're moving on to the diffuser and the tips. So I'm gonna start removing the original diffuser, and then Matt and I are gonna get it off, and we're ready to get the new one on. But the only thing is the tips are built into the diffuser. So we're gonna have to build that onto the diffuser before we put the new one on, and then replace it as one whole unit. Need a trim tool here. Matthew? Okay, sensor. So with the sensors, I'm just taking them out. And then what I'll do is do one at a time, adding it into the new diffuser. What? There's one again. Always one BMW clip that's stuck. Here we go. Nice and easy. So we're going to take the whole loom off for the rear 4 sensors. There we go. Boom. Nice, so we can transfer all that over and then just the side sensors stay in place. Okay. So let's transfer the loom over for the tips, and I'm just going to transfer these over for those 8 mils underneath. Okay, perfect. I don't think we need anything else from the old diffuser now, so let's move that out of the way. Okay, so one thing to be very, very careful of when you're changing sensors over is make sure that these rubbers do not fall out, because if they fall on the floor, they go everywhere. They just escape. And then with these diffusers, the sensor mounts are already on there, so you just need to make sure, and when you're fitting it, you need to make sure that your rubbers do not get crimped in the side. So you need to make sure that the rubber is visible the whole way around and it doesn't get caught, because that will also disrupt the sensors. Okay, so we've got the sensors in. Oh, we haven't put the tips on. The tips are here. This is how the tips come. So each one comes with a bracket like this, and like this. So it's 3 pieces on each side, and you bolt everything together, and it goes like that, and it holds it all in. So let's bolt it together like that, like that. Cool. Matthew, let's get some bolts. Film it. So I'm just tightening these up. Okay, now we can place this inside very carefully, and then do one at the bottom. Okay, I'm just going to adjust it, the tips.
Every knot.
So now the tips are all on. There is a lot of adjustment. So when you are doing this, make sure that you leave these bolts a little bit loose, the ones that connect the tip to the bracket, and then you fix the brackets into the carbon fibre properly, and then you've got a bit of play here, and you move them around, make sure it's not touching the carbon anywhere, and then tighten everything up. And then once you've done that, transfer these over, done the sensors, you're ready to put it back on the car. Okay, get the plug, the big plug. So make sure that you plug the sensor loom in. Do not forget that. There we go, it's in. Okay, grab that side. Now, do you want to put your sensor in first and then I'll do mine? Ready? Cool? Okay, let me do mine. Okay, I'm in. Oh, wait, I need to make sure that we're going above the tray underneath. Okay, I'm kind of in the right place. Let me just check underneath. Oh, it's caught. Check the side. Okay. There we go, I've clipped in. 1 second. Wait. 1 second, let me see. There we go, just clip it. Nice. Okay, so that is all on, and then you can see the difference now between these tips, which are CNC'd from a block of aluminium, compared to the original tips. These are much bigger, much more aggressive. So let's tighten everything up and we'll show you the final look. It's just getting these original 8 mils in. Almost there. That's it. That is the diffuser all done. Now let's get the car down, do the spoilers, and see how good this looks. Don't mind me. I'm just testing things. So, we have now moved the car off the ramp because it's actually easier to do things like the side skirts off the ramp. Got it into the highest setting, and I want to do the spoilers next. So this car has got a full PPF, like I mentioned earlier, and I do recommend that if you have one of these, you get a full PPF done before you do all of this. But this comes with tape pre-applied, and it's actually really easy, but there are 4 things. Unlike with a normal spoiler on a normal boot lid, you would check 2 points, but here you have to check 4 points when you're aligning the spoiler. So you need to make sure that it's aligned evenly here with that, but also, not just this edge, you also need to make sure that you're aligned here, because I have accidentally previously, not fitted, but noticed it when it was a bit off, and I was like, huh, it does line up with the body, but it can be slightly off. So that's 4 things that you have to really be careful of, just because it has this extra detail here, whereas normally you would check, okay, I've got an equal gap here and here, but on the on the Cullinan, you just got to check here as well. Make sure you're not creating a big gap. And the reason I was talking about PPF is we're also going to Tiger seal it on. So there is no chance of it coming off, because we don't want to risk that, and because of how this sits, this will collect stuff under there, and if it's just tape, no matter how good the tape is, it will start lifting. So it's PPF'd, we're going to Tiger seal it on, same with the top one. Comes with the tape pre-applied, just like that, but let's place it very carefully again. I'm also going to Tiger seal it on, like that. So I'm going to start on this one because I don't want to disturb this one once I've got this in place. So I'll start on this one and then I'll do this one, and I'll get Matt to help me in a sec. Oh my God, this is tough. This is going to pop. So with Tiger Seal in the winter, you need to keep on the heater. I'm just going to go put this on the radiator. I prefer going in this direction. Cool. There we go. Okay, now I can peel the tape. Sorry, this is covered in Tiger Seal. Have you? Yeah. How's yours? So with these spoilers, it's these big ones that go all the way over the edge. They are so difficult to maneuver. So difficult. But it looks good. Yeah, good point. So you need to check the line up here, you need to check the line down here, make sure it's equal the whole way down, and make sure it matches up to the other side. And then you want to make sure that there's no gap along here, and just like that. So it's pretty equal both sides. Now, let's open the boot a little bit. Yeah, it's perfect. So this boot opens up. Some of the boots, like on an X5, it opens into the crease here. And then you have to be really careful when you're fitting a spoiler, because if you fit a spoiler that's too thick, it will just rub up against the boot, the roof of the car every time it opens. So but this is perfect. So let's close this up. And then just double check everything. I'm just going to put it in the right place, and then once I have it in the right place, I'm going to put some Tiger Seal on the spoiler. Tape measure. Here, I got it. That is 6 centimeters exactly to the edge. That's 6, let's check this. Bang on. So I'm just going to mark it with a little bit of masking tape, just so when I've got the Tiger Seal on it, I can put it in the exact right spot straight away. So, right there. Like that. Just like that. Now, I can put Tiger Seal on here. There we go. My nails aren't quite sharp enough. Thank you. That is so loud. Okay. Kind of looks easy when we just do it like this. It's not actually that easy. Perfect. 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 The rear is done. So I've got the 4 side skirt pieces for the driver's side of the car. Come with me, I'll show you how it goes on. So again, slots over the matte black plastics, just like that. So there is a line of tape on the top and a line of tape at the bottom, but I'm also going to be adding Tiger Seal along here and along here, so that there is no way of it coming off, moving or anything like that. Right, that goes there. And this piece goes here, just like that. Again, covers up all the plastics, and yeah, it's gonna look awesome. So Matt's cleaning everything up, and I'm going to prepare everything with Tiger Seal, and then we'll get this side on and the other side on. So the only way to fit side skirts to these and to be able to hide the matte black plastics is with Tiger Seal. So there's no getting around that. And the key when we were developing this kit was about getting rid of the matte black plastics, because they make it look cheap. And actually, I think Rolls-Royce listened to people, and on the Series 2, they did get rid of the matte blacks. I'm just gonna get a new tube of Tiger Seal. This is gonna come out nice. Just making the whole thick because I need a lot of Tiger Seal. Okay, easy as that. Yeah, Matt's got the next one. Up to you, I can do it. So when we're doing these, I'm not quite going to push it all on everywhere. I want to get the next one and the final one all in place, and then I'll make sure the doors open okay, the gaps are equal, because although they're cut to this line, there's still a little bit of room to play with. A couple mil could make all the difference. How much better does that look? Oh, my finger! So see, look, right now, I'm gonna have to move things a little bit. Just because this gap is a lot bigger than this gap, and I'm a little bit concerned that that might touch, so I just want it want to have a little bit of room to play. Like that. Like that. So now I've got it flush here, flush here, flush here, and I've got the gaps identical everywhere. So this side is done and everything works, nothing catches, doesn't get in the way of any of the doors. So everything is perfect. So now we're gonna let this side dry and we're gonna do the other side. Okay, so let me just get all of them ready. Starting with the front. Okay. This kit actually isn't that hard. It's just so big. The problem is it's just massive. But it's also difficult to get it wrong. I think that was.
Good here.
Good here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Let's just check the width of the gaps. Doesn't someone talk to him badly?
He sat in camp. He wasn't done.
It used to be like there.
Okay, so now side arches. Cool. So get tiger seal. I'm technically I'm helping you do this. So the first one, this is the first one for this rear quarter. So this is the first one for this rear quarter. So I'm going to start here. It's very self-explanatory, very easy. So this goes. So the reason I want to do the side skirts first is because this goes up to the side skirt, goes up to the edge of the quarter. Set it down in a slightly wrong place. Kind of like that. Go. Just check the gap the whole way. I'll probably put a couple clamps just to hold it in place. Okay, so now we're going to be fitting the front two pieces. So we'll get some tiger seal applied to that and we'll stick them onto the car. So the key here is to make sure that that line is perfect and that the line also works with the sensor hole. Yeah, there we go. Is that all good? Alright, we've already prepped the arches, so let's just peel the tape back, stick it on, secure everything down, and then we can take a look at the car. We will wrap this up tomorrow and do a full walk around because it's already dark out today. So you could actually do this entire kit, maybe other than the spoiler, but even with the spoiler you could probably do it all on your own. No, I'm just saying in general on the video. Maybe not you. It fits so good. This is the first car I scanned with our new scanner, and I was a bit worried because obviously it's just different, like it's just new and haven't tested it yet, but the scans are good. Basically nothing in it, Matt. I'm just so I'm just measuring the gaps with a brand new trim tool just to make sure that everything is spaced out properly. Now we're moving on to the front, the last two pieces of this kit. I am excited about this. Yeah, maybe take this off, sorry. Okay. And so before we finalize this, we need to check the gap. Oh. So the gap is like that. Let me check this gap. Oh, this gap's a bit tighter. That, just off that, seems about the same. Yeah, that's all good. We need to get some clamps. So that's the Rolls-Royce Cullinan kit all wrapped up. The car is now clean, so let's take a walk around. I'll run you through the steps taken to get this kit fitted and the ideas behind the design. So with the splitter, we use double-sided tape underneath there and all original fixings, and we put some adhesive under here to keep it all in place, make sure it doesn't move. With the arches and the side skirts, they are bonded on. So there is a tape pre-applied, but you want to put some sort of sealant in between, so like a Tiger Seal or equivalent, and then it glues to the car. You want to leave it there for at least 24 hours to make sure it sets perfectly. And when it does, it will never move. Same with the side skirts, quite a bit of adhesive, stick them into place, and they're on there forever. You can, like I mentioned earlier in the video, PPF the car to make sure there's no damage when you take these off, if you ever want to take them off, or in case anything gets damaged, if you need to replace part of the kit. So there's that to consider as well. So please make sure that your car is PPF'd before you fit one of these kits. And then if you come around the back, we've got 2 spoilers here and this big aggressive diffuser with exhaust tips that are included in the kit. So the reason that we wanted to do tips is because we wanted to make the kit really aggressive from the back, but those original tips just look too small. So we wanted to make something a bit bigger, and they come in this black gloss finish. And then the diffuser is a full replacement for the matte diffuser that's on there. And then we've got this big aggressive spoiler here, fits nicely around the Rolls-Royce badge here. And then we've got the spoiler here, which is Tiger Sealed on as well. So the idea with this kit is to make it much more aggressive and getting rid of all of the matte black plastics, and then your Rolls-Royce can look like this. So if you like the look of this car and want to see more of our projects that we've been working on and developing kits for, make sure to subscribe and check out our website.
I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill.